Happy Wednesday, co-creators, and welcome to another edition of Teena Sessions, 365 inspirational quotes with me, your life coach, Teena Jones. Well, we're at day number 59. Can you believe it's almost 2 months since we started this journey at the first of the year? And so if you have been with me since day one, I appreciate each and every one of you for taking this journey with me. I am so happy and delighted for all of my new people that has recently discovered Teena Sessions, and I appreciate you as well. Well, it's Wednesday, it's hump day. It's time to kick off today's Teena session with a wonderful quote by an artist. His name is J. Cole, and it goes like this: "There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours." J. Cole wrote a song called Love Yours. And whether you may not like rap or hip hop, I grew up in the 90s, and so it's in my DNA. And, if you're not a rap lover, then don't listen to the song. I've already extracted all the gold that you need for this Teena session. So you don't have to go listen to it, especially if you don't like hip hop music. But he's a very positive rapper, and this one song really touched me when I first heard it. So I wanted to talk about, especially because it's Wednesday, a family day, and that sort of thing there, about loving yours. Love yours. There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. In the song, he explains how being an artist, he strived for stardom, for fame, for fortune. And now that he's accomplished and have all that, pretty much what he's saying is that it's really not all what it's crapped up to be, and that, love the life that you have, period. He's younger than me, of course, so I've learned this lesson a long time ago, that wherever you go, you take yourself with you, So if you think, God, I can't wait to leave this job, I hate this job, and you take yourself, that same negative energy, into the next job. And so if you don't clean up a lot of things that's going on inside of you, you're just going to go from one event to the next, one experience from the next, with that old baggage. And so we're going to talk today about loving your life the way it is, period. He says there is beauty in the struggle. And I just want to highlight that for just a moment. I have been at the lowest part of my life before, and I found beauty in being jobless, moneyless. I found beauty in when I went through my divorce. There was beauty in it, in that I got closer to God. I think that is the point of the dark night of the soul. I think that is the point of certain struggles and strife, is to bring you closer to the Creator, for you to realize that there is nothing else but God. And once you lose all the external trappings of success, that's what you have left. And really, that's the only true thing that's permanent. Everything else changes. People come and go. Children grow up. For those of you that are stay-at-home moms or dads, your kids grow up. This year, my son turned 18 years old, and he graduates from high school. And he and I has been through this thing. I've been a single parent since he was about 7. And so it's just been he and I really for a lot of years just together. And, I can get emotional if I continue to think about my baby growing up. But life changes, And so when, I was never the mom that rushed his growth, meaning, I can't wait until he starts walking. I can't wait until he starts talking. I can't wait until he go to school. I never did that. And it may be because I was on the spiritual path and I knew the value in loving each stage of my child's life and loving each stage of my life, despite the ugly appearance that it looked like, at the time. And so loving your life, your ego would tell you, well, if you love it, it'll never go away. You want me to love this job that doesn't pay me much money, or you want me to love this car that is broken all the time and it's raggedy and it's this and it's that. You want me to love this woman? You want me to love this man who has cheated on me or who is abusive in some way, shape, form, or fashion? What I am saying to you is to love your life in the way it is showing up for you right now, because it's your life. And if you can extract the lessons, then it'll go away. Anything that's unlike good, it will fall away. But if you keep resisting it, pushing it, talking down about it, what you resist will persist. And so there is so many golden nuggets in this song, in this message of loving yours, that there is no such thing as a life that's better than yours. You know, I can love my life the way it is and more to come. I'm not trying to escape from something, you see. As long as you're trying to escape, that escapism, I need something different than this, then it's something in you that has attracted that energy to begin with. So that's the first thing you have to discover. And once you have healed that, where we're no longer a match, I'm no longer a match to this mate because I've done work on myself. And so the universe, the law of attraction, will separate us naturally. See, that's the way growth happens. It doesn't happen with, okay, you know, I remember doing a show about domestic violence. And I spoke candidly about staying in a situation until you heal things inside of you. And I got a lot of flack from it. A lot of people called in and sent me ugly emails because they, you know, in their mind, you know, I'm telling a woman to stay in an abusive situation or a dangerous situation, if you will. And it's not that I am a proponent of that. What I was simply trying to state was, oftentimes when you physically leave, follow me closely, when a woman leaves an abusive situation and she has not healed what's inside of her, she will go back. Period. You may know someone. It may be you. Once it happens the first time and you make an excuse for it, you will stay until you heal the thing inside of you that thinks you deserve to be treated that way. That was the statement that I was making. That their loved ones get so upset with them for going back, but they never healed the wound, which is inside of them. And so that's what I am suggesting to each and every one of you. You may not be in a domestic violence situation, but whatever situation you may be in right now, heal yourself first. Love your life the way it is presenting itself to you right here and now. Whatever kind of car you drive, whatever kind of home you live in, whatever your body type is right now. Love your body. I don't care if it's 300 pounds, 400 pounds, 500 pounds. Love yours. It's yours. It's yours. And so there's a thing called transfer of addiction that I deal with in my practice, which means if a person tries to lose weight without healing something inside of them, and they manage to lose the weight, they will transfer the addiction to something else, like gambling, sex. It'll just transfer because you never healed the thing to begin with. You never healed the core subconscious hard drive. You never healed it. So what you did was you tried to fix the outside before you fix the inside. And that's never lasting. Okay? And so I want today's message to be about loving your life and not trying to escape your life. Love it. If there's something in your life that you think that you should have better, then you have to love it to death. You can't hate it to death because your negativity about that person, about that job, isn't changing the situation. It's sticking around. And you are creating your reality by continuing to affirm what you don't want. And so I want you to take ownership. I want you to begin to love your life in whatever way it shows up for you. There is beauty in the struggle. There's ugly in success. You know, oftentimes my son is a musician, and I tell him all the time. This is we're almost at the stopping time, but when I was on the radio, this is what I shared with my son. In the beginning, I was unknown, and I was on at night, so I didn't have many listeners. But I didn't even J. Cole wasn't even out then. But I've lived by this premise in 2004. I've been living this premise for a long time. I loved the people that listened to my show. It didn't matter if it was 100, 100,000, just like Teena Sessions. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to show up fully as if millions of people are watching, because there is substance in that, you see. And so as I continue to show up fully, I mean, on the radio, I showed up full makeup, full clothes. I never came to work with a jogging suit on, no makeup, and my hair up, even though they couldn't even see me. It didn't matter. I know how I needed to feel, you see. And having clothes on and having makeup on made me feel like, I'm complete. So I did what worked for me. And I continued to do that. One of the guys that were much popular, named Kevin McCarthy, he had a morning show. And he went on vacation for 2 weeks. And instead of some of the known people, he listened to my show every single night. He was inspired by my show. And he asked me, would I take over his show for 2 weeks while he goes off to Cozumel for vacation? Oh my God. It was a dream come true. After that, everyone knew me from his record. He had many listeners. I mean, millions of people listened to Kevin McCarthy. But for 2 weeks, I sat in his chair and I did his show, and I promoted my show. And as a result, my listenership went up, my Nielsen ratings went up, and my advertising dollars went up, my salary went up. But I still showed up the same. My position didn't change. So even though I went from maybe a handful of listeners to 100,000 listeners, I showed up. I was still me, and that's the jewel of it. I didn't ever bemoan. Oh God, why don't I have a lot of listeners? I never did that. Never in a million years would I ever do that. Number one, it's not being appreciative of what you have. And number two, all things change. All things change. So, and it changed. So I'm letting you know that love your life. Don't allow the ego to run your life into thinking that there's something better out there, that there's a better man, there's a better woman, there's a better job, there's a better this, there's a better that, because you're still you. And if you show up in that good position with that same attitude, you're going to ruin it. You're going to sabotage it. You will lose it because you didn't change. Okay? All right? So let's practice that today. Loving your life, appreciating your life, loving the people in your life, the people in your life. Oh my God, that's rich in itself. Your family and your friends, it didn't get any better than that. Love yours. All right? That's today's Teena session. We're going to affirm today, I love my life. What else would it be? I love my life. If you have any questions at all about today's session or any of the other sessions, email me, naturalborncoach@hotmail.com. Well, it's time for the guided meditation. So let's get started. Go ahead and put your earphones in if you need to, or just lay back and relax. Close your eyes and let's kick off today's guided meditation. With your eyes closed, I would like for you to take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale and release. Again, take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale and release. I love my life. I love the people that I work with. I love the people that I work for. I love the community that I live in. I love the body that I live in. I love my home, my form of transportation. I love my family. I love my friends. I love my life. I am thankful for what I have today, and I'm excited about what's to come. I know that my happiness comes from me and not to me. And so I look upon this day as a good day. No matter how it showed up for me, I am grateful for it. I look forward to days to come and things to come. But I'm enjoying what I have right now. And so it is. Thank you all. I love each and every one of you. Bye-bye.